Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing City Building Simulation Valknut. Game features a campaign mode of 10 missions, and you'll see shortly why I'm still on the first one. In addition, there are 3 tutorials, although if you click on the third tutorial, nothing happens. I'm going to do a skirmish mode. The setup for skirmish mode is actually fairly impressive, where you get a randomized world seed. You can customize your game a little bit. We'll just kind of choose the default settings here. Start a new game. Alright, so you start off with a little Viking ship that you basically take to the nearest island by selecting the ship and then right-clicking to move somewhere. So I'll move over in this region, I would say. So I'll just right-click there and then I gotta wait for it. First thing I noticed about the game is that at higher resolutions the interface does not scale, so it can be extremely difficult to read what information says. Because it's basically a like 8-point font or whatever if you're playing at like 1440 like I am. In addition to that, there's not very many tooltips at all. You'll see that more once I do my village, but it doesn't, if you mouse over any of these resources, it doesn't tell you what they are or how to produce them or anything like that. Which is, again, the reason why I haven't really progressed very far in the game, because I can't figure out what the hell to do, to be quite honest about it. When you place buildings like the harbor, which is how you establish your village, you have to manually rotate them by using the Q and E keys. Once you place that, you can go in and place other structures. So you have houses. Again, the game does not tell you how many people live in a house. Houses do hold resources and stuff like that, but I have absolutely no idea how many houses I need for 10 people. Do I need 10? Do I need 2? I have no idea. And that's basically the common theme of this game, is you have absolutely no idea what to do. There's a storage structure which I'm going to plop down. Again, I don't know if I actually need it. It does store all these resources with these little icons that, again, I have no idea what they are. You can figure out some of them by trial and error and based on what you build and what gets produced from those buildings. But again, the game is not one to give you a lot of usable information. I'm going to build a couple fishing huts so I can get some food so all my villagers hopefully don't die. Let's see, what else do I need? I don't want to trade yet because I'm not even going to get to that point in the game. I do need a couple farms, so let me build a farm here, and then I'll probably do another one actually. There. We'll set one farm to mutton, and then you place your little mutton fields. I'll place 2. And then this farm I want hemp. Actually, probably do the strawberry also, because I'll need the hemp for clothes. And then I'm going to build a third farm over here, which is going to do strawberries, because again I need food. And that will do it for the farms. Again, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Let's see, what else do I want? Don't need that. I do need a couple forestry lodges. You run out of wood super quick. And because I think the houses use wood during the winter, you basically reach a point where you just don't produce any more wood and you're kind of stuck in the game. And the game doesn't really tell you or give you any help with that. So, tough luck. I do need a couple of mining operations. I'm going to set one of them to gather iron and the other one to gather copper and tin. Again, with my resource view, I have absolutely no idea which of these is stone, iron, copper, or tin, because it doesn't tell you. I also need to get a stone mason so I can get stone, presumably. And then a couple of manufacturing things. You can make ropes. You can smelt iron, which I'll need. But now I don't have enough wood to do that, so I'm basically stuck. Do need to make some tools, but again, I don't have enough rope to make tools. So I basically am done with the game. I guess I'll make my little rope yard. There's the rope yard. And then we'll see what else I can build. Again, you need so many buildings to begin with, but it doesn't give you the resources on the default settings to actually build any of them. So bronze smelter, I don't need that. Don't need that. Pottery is optional. I do need a weaver's hut for clothes, but again, I can't afford the wood cost. So I need to wait for my wood guys to go, but again, they're not going to really do much of anything. So this is it. The campaign requires you to gather 100. Oh, look. They died for no reason. They died of hypothermia in the middle of the summer. So that's cool. You have to gather 100 wood, 100 stone, 100 rope, and 100 tools. But again, I can't build anything else. So I can't actually do anything. When you click on buildings, you can't track any of the citizens. Good luck trying to click on them because you can't get any of their information anyway. So you have no idea how much they're producing or anything. You know, these boats are kind of going around fishing, but again, there's zero information on what resources they're bringing in or anything. Now you can go down here and look. I'm pretty sure this is fish. So I have 164 fish. Usually what happens to me is people just randomly die in the beginning. I'll have up to like almost my entire village die, and then that basically crashes your whole economy, so you can't progress any further. There's no indication as to which buildings have workers in them and which ones don't. So it's really hard to keep a track of your economy or even know what the hell your villagers are doing. And that's basically it. On each island, you're a little bit restricted in what crops and resources you can produce, food-wise, in the farms, which is potentially interesting if the rest of the game wasn't, pretty limited. And right now, you just get stuck, like I am, without being able to build anything else. Because I don't have any wood, and the wood just kind of, even though I have 3 forester lodges, they don't really seem to be chopping down any trees, or if they are, then they're being instantly used by the houses for firewood. I mean, I have no idea what is happening to those resources. So basically, this is it. So, yeah. I'm just sitting here at 5x speed, just running through all the ages, and I'm not growing my wood anymore. And at this point, I don't think I can... Well, I think I can build one more... Yeah, I can build one more forestry lodge. But again, I don't, really know the point. There it is. So now I'm down to 1 wood. Again, I have 4 forestry lodges, but my wood supply is not going up at all. I don't think I'm missing any steps in the middle. I don't see a manufacturer that produces wood. I don't see any other steps that would lead to that wood resource over here. So I honestly have no idea why my wood is not growing ever. It doesn't really make any sense to me. Unless I don't have the population. The population gets pulled to other resources first, and then they don't go to wood. But again, you can't reassign people to different buildings other than simply bulldozing the building to the ground, I suppose. But again, I have no idea. The game doesn't tell you where the people are working, what resources they're bringing in, what rate they're bringing them in at, even what the resources are that you gather over here. And then that's basically it. Even with that, this is all the buildings. There aren't very many buildings to build, as it were. There's not a huge number of resources here to contend with, because even though you have all these food resources, you can only have 1 per row in each of your islands, maybe 2 depending for the meat. But you're really limited in what you can grow, so you're not even really getting 16 of these. You get 4. You do get all the things on the other side, but again, you can't really figure out what they are unless you play the game a little bit and try to deduce what each of the little symbols means. So, I mean, this is a game that's just, it doesn't feel finished. The tutorial doesn't even work. Sometimes when you quit a mission, I've had it reset the screen resolution back to the default. Sometimes the campaign missions can't be selected after you quit a mission, so you have to exit the game and come back in. The interface is way too small at higher resolutions, has very limited hotkeys. Basically, you're only given things to rotate buildings and change the time acceleration to, between 1, 2, and 5x using the number keys. The tooltips are extremely lacking. Gives you this adults children count, but again, there's no information on which buildings are being manned, how many people are in each houses, how many people you even, how many houses you even need. It's just, for a city builder, not having feedback is a death sentence, and that's what this game is. It's a death sentence, and you can't play it. It's unplayable because you have not enough feedback as to how your village is working, or hell, even what these resources are. Yeah, I have over 1,000 food. That's great. Still only have 8 people and 1 wood, so there's not really much of anything else that I can do. Once you can go out and actually settle the other islands and then trade between them if you get to that point, if you can figure out how to. Once you get beyond the basic buildings. But like I am now, you get stuck without the ability to build anything else and have absolutely no idea why that is. So, tries to be like Banished. Just go play Banished instead, or even Forest Village for that matter. I like city builders, but this is one that is just not finished, not fun, and doesn't give you the feedback you need in order to play it effectively. So that's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.